The Three Wishes. Once upon a time, a woodcutter and his wife lived in a small cottage in the forest. They were very poor and had to work from dawn till dark just to get enough food to eat. The woodcutter's aching back caused him to grumble. "I'm sick of working this hard." His wife's sore feet caused her to moan.
"If only we had a bit of luck, just a bit, to make our lives easier."
As he did every morning, the woodcutter went into the forest to cut timber. He found a mighty oak tree and swung his axe, ready to chop it down.
"Stop! Please don't chop down my tree.
The woodcutter thought he was hearing things. He swung his axe again.
Please, I beg you."
From a hole in the tree trunk, a strange creature popped out. The woodcutter staggered back, amazed. It was a wood elf, and the tree was his home. The elf begged the woodcutter to spare his tree, but the woodcutter refused. His wife was a big eater, and this fine tree would earn enough money to buy food for a week. The elf clung to his tree, frantic. He offered the woodcutter a deal.
"If you promise not to chop down my tree, I'll grant you and your wife 3 wishes. Any 3 wishes at all. Just say the wishes out loud, and you can have anything in the world."
The woodcutter was thrilled. He knew a good deal when he heard one. He dropped his axe and ran home to tell his wife the exciting news. The wood elf was very, very relieved. Arriving at the cottage, the woodcutter rushed inside and told his wife that luck had come to them at last. They danced for joy, swinging each other around. 3 fabulous wishes! Anything in the world we want! Eventually, they calmed down and sat to eat the simple soup they ate every evening. They decided it was best to take their time, think hard, and choose their 3 wishes very, very carefully. The woodcutter dreamed about the things he might wish for. A great mansion to live in, bags of gold, magnificent horses. The wife was also having wonderful dreams. She imagined wearing fine clothes and sitting down to eat a splendid feast. And at the thought of food, her spirits leapt high in the air.
"I do so wish we had 2 tasty sausages to celebrate our good news."
No sooner were the words out of her mouth than a blinding flash of light and a cackling laugh filled the cottage. When the woodcutter and his wife opened their eyes, they saw 2 sausages on the table in front of them. Straight away, the woodcutter's wife realized what a mistake she'd made. Of all the things in the world to wish for, she had chosen sausages. The woodcutter was very angry with her for wasting a precious wish. "You fool! I wish those sausages were stuck on your stupid nose!" Instantly, there was another flash of light, and again, the sound of elfin laughter. In a trice, the sausages flew up and stuck themselves to his wife's nose.
"Now who's a fool? You wasted our second wish!"
The woodcutter was shattered. "Sorry." And feeling quite ashamed, he reached out to pull the sausages off his wife's nose. But they wouldn't budge. The woodcutter tried everything. Kitchen tongs, pliers, his spare axe. He tried yanking on them with every bit of his strength, but the sausages were stuck fast. The woodcutter and his wife fell to the floor, exhausted. They had 1 wish left. They considered wishing for precious jewels and bags of gold. But even if they lived in a great mansion and wore fine clothes, the woodcutter's wife would still have sausages stuck to her nose. They'd be the laughingstock of the town. The woman looked at her husband. What would he do? The woodcutter sighed and made his decision. "I wish the sausages were not stuck to my wife's nose." Instantly, the sausages dropped onto the table. The woodcutter and his wife regarded them sadly. They knew those sausages were all that was left of the only bit of luck they'd ever had. There was only one thing they could do.
"Let's fry these sausages."
And so they did. What's more, the sausages were incredibly tasty. That elf knew his sausages. The woodcutter's wife gave her husband a big kiss. She was grateful he had used their last wish to help her. And though in future they might only have soup to eat, at least she wouldn't have sausages dangling from her nose. And if that's not good luck, I don't know what is.